Gene Autry.
And if you ever saw it,
Oh, I can still remember playing with my little Victrola. A little wind-up Victrola. I'd sit and play this thing hour after hour after hour on the floor of my little apartment in the Bronx. They got me a little record player. I love Gene Autry. And I played with guns. I loved guns. Thus far, I've not shot anybody, nor myself. And I still have guns, Mr. Schumer. I grew up with toy cap pistols, and anyone who came to the door of our apartment, I shot dead with my cap guns. Ask him. I wore a little cowboy suit. I had 2 guns, and my mother would open the door. I'd bang, bang, you're dead, mister. Everyone laughed. They patted me on the head. No one died, Charlie. And I know, of course, if you hear a backfire, you probably call for your Secret Service protection because that's the way gunophobes are, and then they reach for the Prozac. WABC, Andrew, welcome to the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
If anyone can save conservative talk radio, it's you. And tonight you're doing a hell of a job at that.
Well, naturally, I want to hear more. So, look, my feeling is we can't just hammer politics anymore. It's over. It's impossible. Would you listen to it anymore? Politics, Cliff, your taxes. Who would listen to that? I can't listen to it.
Especially at the end of the night after hearing it all day.
All right. Okay. Well, you know what? I'll split the difference with you. Maybe in the first thing in the morning when the blimp wants to do it, go ahead, listen to it. But at the end of the day, who can listen to it after you heard it all day long from somebody else? Okay, I'm sending you a free gift copy of Train Tracks.
Sure.
That's all. That's all. I hope you enjoy it. Chris on KSFO, San Francisco. Welcome to the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mike. I just wanted to talk about the subject you were referring about the affairs. I'm 65 years old, and when I was a young man, I was quite a womanizer, you might say. And I went with married women, this woman, that woman, in the bar business. You know how that is.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Later on, when you grow up, and you don't, all you think, you start thinking about, like you said, the ramifications.
Yes.
The spiritual ramifications are pretty heavy, you know. You read the Bible, and it says fornicators go to hell, and this and that and the other, and you think, well, what the heck was I doing? How many things?
But what is it that you lay awake worrying that you did? What effects do you fear you may have had on families, for example, in cheating? Were you sleeping with married women? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there was one or two, especially one I was involved with for a few years. And she had children and a guy that worked his you-know-what off, and I'd be there in the morning, in the evening, and whatever. And
yeah, but look, David, Chris, I'm sorry. You can't take the past away. Nor can you apologize to God right now for what you did in the past. God's forgiven you already. You're not the same man you were. You're not the same, Chris. You're not the same man you were when you were 20. A 20-year-old is like a wild animal. He doesn't really know what he's doing. So you should give yourself a break and understand that you're not going to go to hell because of what you did when you were 20 years old.
I'm at peace with that.
Good. I'm sending you Train Tracks to read something pleasant. There's no cheating, killing, murder in it at all. Pardon me, I'm still fighting this cold and cough that won't go away no matter what I do. Don't call with the remedies. I wrote books on them. But it is what it is. You live through it. It'll come out of it stronger. That which does not, you know what, does make you stronger. That's all. So, we're sitting here late at night, and you want to get into the Bible. You could sit there and tear yourself to ribbons. Have you forgotten the wicked deeds of your fathers and the wicked deeds of the kings of Judah and the wicked deeds of their wives and your own wicked deeds and the wicked deeds of your wives, which they committed in the land of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? Well, that's in Jeremiah. So it means that such behaviors, and it usually refers to sexual wantonness, by the way, is nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun because mankind has always been torn by his passions. Whether it's today, yesterday, or tomorrow, man will always be torn by his passions. And all you can do is try to control the wild horses within you. And, you can try, you can win sometimes and lose other times. At the end of the day, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. So stop blaming yourself and then live and enjoy yourself. Do the best you can. I mean, the whole Bible's about sexual control. If you actually want to read the Bible, what is it about? It's all about wicked behavior. What was wicked behavior? It's the opposite of our society today. And from a biblical point of view, we're living in Sodom and Gomorrah, but 1,000 times worse. What America has become today makes the Weimar Republic, which brought Hitler about, look like baby's play. And I have tried to warn America for 20 years now. As much as we hated Hitler and hated the Nazis and the terror that he brought to the world, I am going to tell you that if this left-wing fanaticism keeps up, with the constant attack upon the family, upon children, upon Christianity. Every time I wake up and I read about an atheist who wants to take down another war memorial, or an atheist who complains about an innocent crèche on a front lawn, or an atheist who says take God out of a classroom, I sit and say, God help us all, because this too, this is liable to create a reaction in this country that nobody can ever expect, and no one will ever see it coming, ever. Because you see, right now, the left is so empowered by Obama's victory, they feel that no one can ever touch them. But I want to remind you, that's the way the Germans felt in the 1920s during the Weimar period. Because, my friends, I'm an educated man. I'm a student of history. The Weimar Germans felt that nobody could ever take away the license that they were enjoying. The freedoms, the arts, the culture, the Weinsteins, the Taratinos, the laughing at everybody, the movie star sluts who flaunt their disgusting behavior in everybody's face, the moguls of Hollywood who produce this slime that oozes throughout the entire world. They existed before. They existed in Germany. And the average German got sick from it. And along came a demagogue with a great capacity to speak, combined with unemployment, combined with a feeling of humiliation because of the loss in World War I because of the Treaty of Versailles. All of that combined to bring about the worst tragedy that ever befell the world in modern time, the tragedy of Adolf Hitler. And if you say it can't happen here, you're mistaken. Because the fact of the matter is, what you also don't know is that as horrendous as the SS and the SA thugs were, what you don't know is they were fighting communist thugs who were just as bad. The communist thugs were loose in the streets, and they were wrecking German society. And then the rest is history. Like cures like. Tragedy befalls tragedy. Beware the Ides of December.
Savage.
This is a public notice for those currently in the market for a refinance. For the first time in recent history, wholesale interest rates are now being made available to the general public. While interest rates have hit all-time lows, the Wall Street Journal reported that home prices in the second quarter rose from the year-ago period for the first time since 2007. These conditions have opened an unprecedented window for homeowners to take advantage of these interest rates, but only for a limited time. Borrowers can now get 30-year fixed loans at the incredibly low rate of only 3.25%. That's a 30-year fixed loan at 3.25%. To take advantage of these wholesale rate offerings, call 800-951-1200. That's 800-951-1200 and get a 30-year fixed loan at a rate of only 3.25%. Once again, that's 800-951-1200. 800-951-1200. All offers subject to credit approval. Loan based on $417,000 loan amount. APR 3.368. Metropolitan Home Mortgage Incorporated, DBA IntelliLoan, is licensed by the Department of Corporations under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act, number 4130924.
This is the all-new Hot Talk 560 KSFO, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, a Cumulus station.